it's Noctis. Subscribe to Vincent Valentine EX Turk channel.
Hello, my archmates of chaos. This is your King and I, Vincent Valentine EX Turk, and we're going to be discussing the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I just recently got news. Well, I guess this was really old news because, well, it seems other people, other Final Fantasy YouTubers have covered this already, but for my channel, this is still news. But the Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be is going to be completely action-based. I mean, what we see on the active time battle system is not what you really see in the game. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Kingdom Hearts games, but it looks like we're gonna get gameplay. What's most likely gonna happen is we're gonna get Kingdom Hearts gameplay with Final Fantasy 15 gameplay, meaning the magic stuff will be used like the Final Fantasy games, and this is not Final Fantasy. I'm sorry. The Kingdom Hearts games. The magic system will be like the Kingdom Hearts games. Like you'll be able to switch to magic or attack, but it looks like it's gonna be combined with the Final Fantasy 15, so it'd still be an action RPG. No, it's action, meaning it's not turn-based. And from what we've seen in the screenshots, it don't look like it's actually turn-based because it looked like you could go around the guard scorpion with and also with Barret. So and then you can also switch the characters. Of course, we see that in the trailer. So you could switch and make a different leader. So you can actually play as all the characters in your party. So you don't have to necessarily play as Cloud. But even though Cloud's cool, I love Cloud. But sometimes we want to switch and have a variety. That's the problem 15 didn't have. And I think they're trying to fix all of that stuff. So it's probably a good thing now that they're actually going to give us the action. Now, the ATB system, it's still there for people who are fans of the classic stuff. But it looks like the ABT bar system is pretty much going to be like Kingdom Hearts ABT system. So you'll be able to use magic if you switch down and stuff like that. But the actual combat itself is going to be like Final Fantasy 15 from what I know, which is going to be, like the Final Fantasy 15 game. Except for the magic and item usage will be ATB. And for Limit Break, it'll be ATB. Once you get to that Limit Break bar, then you probably can unleash your Limit Breaks. But nonetheless, I'm pretty sure it's going to be treated like Arbiter. I'm pretty sure you're going to have the R triggers to unlock Limit Break. And I think it would have a time limit just like when Noctis uses Arbiter. Which, my prediction of the gameplay that's going to happen in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I think the Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to have Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts, ATB type of battle system mixed with Final Fantasy 15. The magic and items in will be like Kingdom Hearts games, and this is a Tetsuo normal game, so of course it's going to end up being like that. With Final Fantasy 15 gameplay, because people love the gameplay of Final Fantasy 15. In fact, the Final Fantasy community has increased because of Final Fantasy 15. Even though Chapter 13 made it do poorly, it did really good enough that people are now turning their channels into Final Fantasy community channels. So it's actually bringing the Final Fantasy community up a whole bunch, which I like. I personally like this stuff. I like the change. I like what's going on. Hey, it's good where it's at and all this stuff. But nonetheless, that's what's going on. If you really want to know what's going on, is that it's gonna be active time mixed with the Final Fantasy 15 combat system. So I was gonna do the computer version of this, but this is just fine. But anyways, nonetheless, that's what I think is gonna happen with this combat system. Like I think it's not like an option thing, but it's more like if you use the attack button, you could switch to your weapons. meaning that you could go ahead and strike enemies just like Noctis did, except you'll be Cloud doing all that stuff. And yet if you want to switch to magic or potions, it would be like the Kingdom Hearts ATB battle system, active time battle system. Which that means it's going to appease the turn-based fans as well appease the fans who like the new combat system. So, I guess I gotta give Tetsuo Nomura credit for this. This might be actually a good thing that Tetsuo Nomura is doing, because he's keeping some aspects of the combat system for the original fans who only like that specific combat system, while also trying to appease people who like Final Fantasy XV's combat system a lot better. So, Tetsuo Nomura knows what he's doing. The only problem Tetsuo Nomura got is he has a hard time releasing stuff because he's a perfectionist. I've said this in my videos before. He's a perfectionist. He wants his game to be perfect. And you know what? I'd say right now it's already perfect as it is. We're getting a complete Final Fantasy VII realistic HD remake for the PS4 first, with the combined combat system from Final Fantasy 15 and the ATB system. You know, so we're getting both the ATB system and the Final Fantasy 15 combat and combining it, meshing it, which I like that a little bit better. I don't know. I'm up for this. Now I want to see what they're gonna do with all that stuff. So, I just want to know what's going on. With all this, but it's still pretty much news nonetheless. It is pretty much still, brand new news, and I'm kind of glad that I know about this and stuff like that. So I don't have to be paranoid, because I thought they're gonna return to turn-based, but they're not. It's gonna be action-based. It's just gonna have something that the turn-based fanboys like the ATB, but you'll still be able to dodge and get out of the way of attacks and stuff like that, while also charging up limit breaks and also switch into your actual magic. Like, what I imagine, since, Final Fantasy 15, you had to actually give up one of your weapons to use magic. Since Nomura is working on this game, it's going to be like Kingdom Hearts. Once you hit the attack, it switch to your swords, and you can attack with your swords. If you want to go back and switch to magic, I'm pretty sure what they're going to do is probably put 4 slots of materia for different magic usage, where you have healing, or you have healing, or thunder, fire, etc. I don't think support material is going to be really needed. But summon, I guess summon would probably be under the magic category. So that's going to be in there too. So you have 4 slots to put your materia in. And I'm pretty sure that's how the combat system is going to go. And then, you can use the magic system the same way you do the swords. Except you'll run out of a magic bar, so, I wouldn't use too much of your magic. I just focus on your swords. Especially now since you can dodge attacks. So, with all of that, may the crystal be with you. That's just a bit of Final Fantasy news I forgot to put in here. Like and subscribe and share.